just be careful you don't become too mission focused, because I want to point out that you're not supposed to know where you're going. You're supposed to know the general direction. This path is going to unfold as the way goes along. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Welcome back if you've been here before, and hello to any new visitors to the channel. Now, I did do readings for Mars transits Capricorn, which initially was going to be Mars ingress Capricorn, but hey ho, you know, time passes, events happened. So I'm vaguely on time with Saturn ingressing Aquarius. Now, Saturn is only making a brief-ish visit into Aquarius before it goes retrograde and returns back to all this wonderful Capricorn energy that we've all been experiencing, and then moves forward again towards Aquarius at the end of the year, I believe. But I thought it might be useful to look at the energies that Saturn brings with its brief visit into Aquarius. To quote, I think it was horoscope.com or something, grounded Saturn helps unconventional Aries get its act together. So Saturn is the ancient ruler of Aquarius. So Saturn, that's now Uranus, which as we all know is in Taurus at the moment with Venus. But Saturn is at least at home in Aquarius, and all of a sudden it should be that time is turning on our side to help us bring the more unconventional into our lives, or bring the more unconventional into being. At least that's the ideal hope from this incredibly amateur and not at all an astrologer. So that's what I'm looking at. My notes. That's what I'm looking at, is the energies that Saturn's brief visit to Aquarius are bringing and how best we can use them. So any details about the reading is in the description below. There's a link there for your free birth chart as well, because with these sort of readings you want to watch your sun sign, your moon sign and your rising sign, especially the rising sign, because in ancient astrology that was the most important one. All the other details are down below. This is a general reading, so I suppose general reading rules apply, but it's more of an oracle card based reading than a standard tarot reading spread anyway. So there isn't exactly a past and a present. We're looking at what energies are coming in and how best to deal with them. And on that note, let me bring up the cards. Okay, Gemini, and welcome Gemini Rising if you've jumped in from the timestamp below. And if you are Gemini Rising, then this is occurring in your 9th house, where you broaden your horizons, spiritually, academically, or through travel. And travel is immediately indicated to me here for some reason, because although this is the Wheel of Fortune card, the Sphinx on the top immediately reminds me of the Chariot card, and the sense of the wheel moving. Now, obviously with circumstances in the world as they are, travel is not immediately implied, because, well, the world's ground to a halt at the moment, hasn't it? Which I think for you is forcing you to look elsewhere for your entertainment. We have entertainment, development, activity, stimulation, whatever way that you particularly want to look at it. There's we have dance with life, do something to change your energy, and the transformation card. So there is something that is coming to you during this period that really, really opens up a new cycle of life for you. And I think that this is something that you have been aware of in the past, because this dance with life, do something to change your energy. We have the Akashic Library. So the sense of history, the sense of story, this is your story. So it might be you bringing your story into the world, but I think more to the point is that there may be something you've considered that now you have the opportunity to go forward with. You're the second person for that to occur actually in these readings. And It's going to enable you. So this is something that you've thought about, probably never really done, but have thought about. But it's bringing a great dream into being for you, because you have got, we've got here the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords. So some form of luck, one way or another, is coming to you that brings you a great clarity and a great ability to surge forward and great perception. Because remember, Gemini, that's one of your strong points. You're very good at perceiving. You're very good at figuring stuff out. So this transformation enables you to exceed your own expectations by going into completely unknown territory. But you are doing this for the right reason, for the new beginning and for a rebirth of yourself. But it is grounded in information that you have been given in the past and dreams that you have been given in the past. Almost like this is a dream of your forefathers that has almost made you go, yes, right, now I know what I'm doing. You're going to do it your way. There is no doubt you're going to do it your way. So you're not having your forefathers dictate to you what you're doing, but you've seen an aspect of, I don't know, the family legacy to go, yeah, this is how I'm going to take it forward. This is going to be my stamp on the tradition. This is going to be my way of doing it. Because, yes, you are going into paths unknown, and you may be called on to protect what is yours to a certain extent, but I feel more that you have a firm foundation in which to move forward, even though you have these paths unknown. There's new beginning cards here everywhere. We've got the Page of Pentacles, which for me, especially on this deck, the Page of Pentacles can sometimes be a bit dithery, but it is, let's go to the next level. 1 to 10 have been passed through, now we have the page. On this particular deck, Healing Light Tarot, it's beautifully sort of, ta-da, look at what I've got. This is how I'm going forward to the world. With the King of Keys, you're becoming very, very mission-oriented, using this clarity that whatever this luck event brings to you, using this clarity to, okay, I want to say dot the I's and cross the T's almost, but it doesn't feel like it's legal or contracts or anything like that, but just have the fine print sorted, have the details sorted out. Even though you're going into paths unknown, I think as each circumstance comes towards you, then you are able to analyze all the details to it, which is more of a Virgo thing, I know, but you're able to analyze the details to it and move accordingly. Just be careful you don't become too mission focused, because I want to point out that you're not supposed to know where you're going. You're supposed to know the general direction. This path is going to unfold as the way goes along. And if there is something that you feel might be folly, might be a bad idea, but you feel called to do it anyway, do it anyway. This Andros here with folly, the underside being a perception of unity, I feel really good about if you have that feeling of, well, I think this is a bad idea, but I really want to do it anyway, that's a clue to you that do it anyway. Absolutely, yes. Because that way lies happiness, as long as you are flexible with it, as long as you will have the ability to draw resources from all over the place. Because you think about the willow, they have far-reaching roots. The willow trees, they're awful for your house foundations, but they are the trees that do not break in the face of a strong wind, whereas the mighty oak can do. They are expert at finding the resources that they require to feed themselves with that root system. And also the fact is that they are firmly grounded, as we saw with this Four of Pentacles. But there's so much new start here, but it's new start based upon... Tradition is probably a strong word. Based upon a family culture, a driving force, a way of expression, something that makes you feel that my grandparents and my great-grandparents would be proud. So, you know, whether it's the family business or not, I think family business is probably a strong way of putting it. But certainly the family culture, the ideals that have spread through generation to generation, the more positive ideals that have spread through generation to generation, let's look at it that way, means that you don't require that perception of unity because it's sort of there anyway. Who do you think is helping push you forward with this? But you have to step on, take the chance, step on with this changing something, which will come quite obvious to you because it's something that you are aware of. Even if you've never considered doing it before, you have known of people who do this, or that this way of being, or this way of living, or this way of thinking exists. And there's almost a sort of, ooh, let me try this. So, bend with the changes. There's a lot of new change, a lot of transformation here. Oh yeah, there's another new beginning card. A lot of transformation coming here for you. This is not going to be something that's clear at the start. What I feel this clarity, the Ace of Swords, give you is that there is ever increasing clarity as this reading progresses, and that the clarity initially is, that way. Even if I think that's a bad idea, it still feels right. It still feels like it's something that I really want to do. So, if this means anything to you, Gemini, please do comment down below. Press subscribe while you're there. I don't expect it to mean anything to you yet, but this is where you can start your transformation, that then you go back as Saturn goes into Capricorn just to make sure that that foundation is sound, which is fairly sound anyway, and then progress forward with it again once Saturn starts moving direct again. So this is a really, really nice reading. Did I say press subscribe? Your next readings will be whichever reading comes out next. I think it will be the new moon, but schedule allowing, coronavirus allowing, work allowing. There'll be another reading for you soon. In the meantime, you're going to be too busy to watch it, hopefully. Cheers.